If you're a music producer and you want to take your mixing to the next level, then you need to get these plugins, and I'm going to show you right after the intro. Yo, the name is Gosa once again, and still the solution camera, providing solutions to your problems. Hit that subscribe button if you are new to this channel. Turn on the notification bell, like the video, leave a comment, I subscribed. Alright guys, we are in Cubase 14 Pro. Cubase Pro. If you are new, beginner to Cubase Pro, then watch the video that will pop up on the screen, and I will take you through how to record your vocals in Cubase Pro. Alright guys, we're gonna use this particular ad-lib, and I'm gonna show you the 4 plugins that every producer need to have if he or she want to take his or her mixing to the next level. And we're gonna start with the very first one. Before I introduce the very first one on the list, let's listen to the vocals without any effect. Why do you stay? Now, how do you detect the right key for any unknown vocals like this, or any unknown instrument, if you are not the producer who recorded this particular vocals or play that instrument, or the beat? The very first plugin on the list gonna help you detect any unknown key so that you can set your auto tune perfectly. And let me show you this particular plugin. In order for you to detect the right key, we're gonna use Auto Key 2 from Antes. This is Auto Key 2 from Antes, and I'm going to show you how you can actually use this particular plugin to speed up your production. If you watch here, you can see waiting for transport. All you need to do is to play that particular instrument or the vocals, and this Auto Key 2 gonna tell you or detect the right key for you. So now let's listen to it. Now let's play the vocals and scan it through this particular plugin. Why do you stay? And if you watch it, you can see listening. So let's play it once again. Stay. Why do you stay? Boom, you can see C major or A minor. Alright, so you can toggle between C major and A minor. Let's try these keys and see the one which gonna match. Now that you have detected the right key, the next plugin is Autotune. So I'm gonna show you the best Autotune that you need to get if you want to take your mixing to the next level. And this Autotune is Autotune Artist. Now guys, if you watch here, you can see Autotune Artist is simple. The interface is simple to use. It comes with the routine speed, the flex tune, the natural vibrator, and the humanized knobs. If you are new to Autotune, I have a lot of videos there. Please go and watch my videos, and I will take you through how to use Autotune perfectly. Even to sound like the legends. Alright now guys, so now that we've detected the right key, which is C major or A minor, let's set up our Autotune. So we're gonna use the Autotune Artist major, and we're gonna push the routine speed to 2. Alright guys, give it a little bit humanized, give it a little bit flex. And guys, now let's listen to this particular vocals with the very first key from Auto Key 2. Why do you stay? Why do you stay? That's crazy guys. Let's try the other key, which is A minor. Alright, so we're gonna set A minor, change the scale to minor, change this one to A. Alright, listen to this once again. Why do you stay? Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
Why do you stay?
Guys, this is crazy. Let me go back to the C major.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
So if you want to detect any unknown beats or vocals, the best plugin to use in my opinion is Autotune 2, alright, from Antes. This is a great plugin that I think every producer need, and after detecting your key, in my opinion, the best auto-tune that I recommend for any producer out there is Autotune Artist. Now we have detected the right key, we have also set up our auto tune. How can you change that cheap microphone? I mean, how can you change this particular vocal that you recorded with a cheap microphone, just $10 microphone, to any expensive microphone like the Sony C800G? You don't need to spend much on expensive microphones. I'm going to show you one particular plugin that you can use to change that vocals to any expensive microphone. So we're gonna introduce that, and this is called the mic mode. All right, this is Antes mic mode classic microphone modeler. So this is a microphone modeler that you can use to change a vocal that you recorded with a cheap microphone to any expensive microphone. Now, how do you use this particular plugin? If you watch here, you can see source mic. All you need to do is to click here and browse through. Click here and browse through. Let me drag this up a little bit. All you need to do is to click here and browse through and select your microphone. If you are having a cheap microphone and the name is here, just select that. If you don't see your microphone name, all you need to do is to select generic and choose any of these, or you can bypass your source mic. Now, which microphone do you want to model to? I mean, the modeled mic that you want to sound like. All right, all you need to do is to click here, and guys, look at all these expensive microphones, the blue microphone, the Behringer microphones, the Lawson, the Sony microphones are all here, and you can even see the Neumann microphones. All you need to do is to select that microphone you want to sound like. So I'm going to choose the Sony C800G for this video, and guys, listen to this on our vocals, and I'm going to bypass it.
Why do you stay?
Without the mic mode, listen. I want you to use good headset to hear the difference.
Why do you stay?
And with the mic modular, listen.
Why do you stay?
So let's be selecting some of the expensive. Let's browse through some of the expensive microphones whilst we are playing the vocals.
Why do you stay? Why do you
I'm going to choose the Neumann.
stay? Why do you stay?
The Behringer SM H500.
Do you stay?
Now guys, you've heard the difference.
Why do you stay?
And you can play around with this proximity, how far you were close to your microphone when recording that vocals. Let's exaggerate things over here.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
And you can add saturation.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
So without a mic modular, listen.
Why do you stay?
And with the mic modular, guys, now listen.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
That's pretty simple. Now we have changed our cheap microphone vocals to expensive microphone, Behringer SM8500. Or let me go back to the Sony C800G. Have you been listening to this Amapiano Afrobeats, whereby the artists sound like they are singing in a group, I mean a choir effect? When you listen to Davido, Burna Boy, Asaka's music, there is this particular effect that sounds like a lot of people are singing together. How do you achieve this particular effect? The next plugin on the list gonna help us achieve this particular effect. Guys, let me show you. Anyway, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Give this video a like if it helps you. So the very next plugin on the list gonna help us achieve that, and this particular plugin is the Avos Choir. All right, Avos Choir from Antes are doing great. All right, so guys, if you watch here, you can see choir vocal multiplier. I want you to listen to these vocals without this, and I'm gonna explain something to you.
Why do you stay?
Now, if you click here, choir size, you can see 4 voices, 8 voices, 16 voices, and 32 voices. So let's change it to 4 voices. And guys, now listen to these vocals.
Why do you stay?
Let's change it to 8 voices.
Why do you stay?
Let's try 16 voices.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
Let's move to 32 voices.
Why do you stay?
Without the Avos Choir, listen once again. Use good headsets or monitors to hear the difference.
Why do you stay?
And with the Avos Choir,
Why do you stay?
guys, this is crazy. I'm gonna go back to the 8 voices.
Why do you stay?
So with this particular plugin, you can change one recorded voice to a lot of voices. All you need to do is to browse through these presets here, and you can add vibrator. Let's exaggerate things, pitch and timing over here. Let's exaggerate things.
Why do you stay?
Crazy, guys.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
Change the timing.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
If you want to know much about this particular plugin, the Avos Choir, then subscribe to the channel. I'll come back and show you how you can actually use this particular plugin to create unique voices when you are mixing your vocals. Super simple. Now moving on to the last plugin that every producer need is this particular Reverb. Guys, it's crazy. I'm gonna send it to the vocals, so I'm gonna create effects channel. This particular reverb is called vocal verb. All right, guys, so we're gonna create, and guys, let's send it to the vocals over here. Select this and turn on this. Before we play around, listen to this on the vocals.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
Now guys, this vocal reverb is crazy. All you need to do is to click here, and you can get presets from top producers. All right, if you watch here, you can get Benz, Derek, Junior, Sanchez presets, guys. So let's browse through some of the presets here, and you can actually click on this particular icon here, load a random preset, and now listen to this on the vocals.
Why do you stay?
I'm gonna click on this.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay? Why do you stay? Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
Alright guys, so you can be clicking on this whilst you are mixing your vocals, and the one that's gonna sound great together with the beat, you just stick around and play around with these parameters. I mean, set your pre-delay, the room size, the mix, and guys, it will be nice on your vocals. If you want to know the cheat code when using or setting up Reverb, then watch the video that will pop up on the screen. Now guys, let's go to the vocals and control the amount of reverb. Alright, like this.
Why do you stay?
So I'm sending about negative 18.5 dB to the vocals.
Why do you stay? Why do you stay?
That's crazy, that's crazy. So guys, without the effect, let's listen to the vocals once again, and I'm gonna play everything to you.
Why do you stay?
This without any effect.
Why do you stay?
And guys, Autotune together with the reverb, listen.
Why do you stay?
And the mic
Why
mode,
do you stay?
and now you can
Why
create your
do
effects.
you stay? Why do you stay?
So now that you know the best plugin that you need to get if you want to take your mixing to the next level, then watch the next video to know how to set up reverb on your vocals. I'm going to show you the cheat code that your favorite producers don't want you to know. So let's meet in that video.